Does anybody want to recap for a point of inspiration? I said expiration. Inspiration.
I'll take an inspiration. I'll take an inspiration.
From the last, what happened last?
Sure. We met a bunch of zombie children outside in a deserted town. They said there was their parents and their baby brother were inside. I believe the kids' names were Thorn and Rose. I don't know. Okay, awesome. That's right from memory. We entered the foyer, which I believe is on the map here, and then we went into another double doors, and then we had to roll for initiative, and then you ended the game.
Wait! I had you roll for initiative. I don't think that happened.
I'm kidding. That was wishful thinking.
Okay. It's like, wait. Did I
no,
need to go listen to this again? Hold on a second.
No, kidding. We entered the room, and it was dark. So I believe only me and Tillian have night vision, so we were the ones able to see.
Correct.
Everyone else was came in and lit a torch, I believe, because I think everyone has a torch in there.
Yes.
Axe.
And if anybody decides that that is not what happened, let me know. I remember as King lit a torch. I thought it was at least one of you lit a torch. Only one of you really needs to light a torch, because the others will be able to see. I'm not gonna penalize you that harshly for that. If there's a torch and two of you have dark vision, then I'm gonna say you guys can see. So,
do I need to get rid of a torch in my inventory?
No, you get to keep forever.
I'm not gonna really, like, if we were 16 episodes in and you've had a torch this entire time and you've been on the road or you've been in dungeons for like a month, yeah, I would have we'd have an issue, but I think you're gonna be fine. So don't worry about any of that. This is your beginner game, so I'm not trying to run you out of the game. But there's some DMs that will, like, there's a lot of things that are trackable, and some people like it and some people don't. And I've never been in a game where they have done that. Like your rations and stuff, usually, unless it's something extreme, where it's expected, like what I just said, like you're into the dungeon for like months, you don't have enough food on you to last months. So maybe there's an issue there, but I've never had it come up. So I'll say that you have a torch. Now, just so that you know, since you wouldn't be aware of this, you have a torch in your hand. If you decide to throw punches, you're not supposed to be able to throw a punch if you've got that in your hand, because then it becomes the weapon. So that's how that would work.
Make sure you put your torch down before you fight.
So you can either be real cool and flavor it where you're so fast that you're throwing one punch and you're switching hands as it's coming back and the other punch is coming at him.
Yeah, throw it up. Just pop, catch it.
That would be you. Tor, I don't think would have that kind of dexterity, and I don't think Roskin would have that either. So that's specific to you. So we're
specific to me because I'm an example of human excellence.
Obviously.
Yeah.
So
that's correct. Yeah.
There
it is.
Did I get my inspiration?
Yes. Take your point of inspiration. You did very well. Thank you.
Yes. Where do I plug in inspiration?
So on your character sheet.
It's right above your proficiency bonus.
Yeah.
Insight, intimidation, investigation.
It's right beneath your.
It's right below your character name.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Take one. And one of those.
Just clicking it. So you're just clicking it, and then whenever you want to use it, there should be a little dragon there, and then whenever you use it, you take the dragon off.
Did you say dragon?
Do I get extra? What is it? I forget what it does. I can't remember.
What it is, what inspiration does for you is that any roll that you want, you can say, I would like to roll with advantage on this. And you use your inspiration. I would like to use my inspiration die to roll with advantage. There are different things in the game that can give you these. Usually you get it for excellent role playing. Maybe there's something that's been built into the game that will allow you to have this if you complete a task, if you find favor with a god or something, or it's like a blessing, kind of up to the DM's discretion. But usually I've had it in games that I've had it, and I like this method is that good role playing or doing something out of the norm, like what you just did. You did the recap instead of me having to do it. So
Sweet.
So here We are. Yes, you are in the main hall. The doors did close behind you and kind of suck the air out of the room. And you notice this by almost like a wind, kind of like washing over you, coming from upstairs, like a draft that kind of got pulled back through the room, through you, almost as if to chill you to the bone. And all of the available heat running out of the room through the double doors, and the doors slamming shut.
To the bone.
To the bone. Now, everybody can see, so I was going to describe the room to you, and then you can make your decisions on what you want to do.
Don't forget the bone.
Don't forget the bone.
Douglas Rugger's bone.
By the way, if you didn't know, these little knobs that are on the map, like maybe you can tell, maybe you can't, those are actual doors. So if you would like to go into a room, you have to tell me, and then I will let whoever wants to go do that. If it's locked, I make you do you'll find that out, and then if you want to try to pick the lock or try to bust the door open, I'll let you do that.
So we're gonna Scooby-Doo this thing and split the group up?
No.
Call me Fred. I'll take all the women.
Just Tillian.
Just call me Daphne.
Are we doing anything before we jump in, or are we jumping in?
No, there's no. We're
Up to speed. We're good.
In game now, so.
All right, let's do it.
This is driven by you guys, so you got to tell me what you want to do, how you go about moving, where you would like to place yourself. If something comes up, that's whenever I step in. There's certain times where I'll say you can only go your movement speed. It's like, don't go away, but pretty much you kind of, until you're in initiative or you're in some sort of combat scenario where I stop you, you're free to move about however you want.
All right. I, Roskin, would like to check the door at the end of the hall.
Magic?
I believe that's the first door we should check.
Go ahead and place your token next to that.
Okay.
Do a magic check?
Let's go the opposite direction.
You guys can move your tokens wherever you'd like in the room. Right
now.
My
bad. I was in the panning mode. I want to go right there.
Are you doing a magic check? You're just going to open that door?
If you, it's up to you guys. Like whatever you guys
I'd like to open the door.
You just want to open the door?
Hey, you're not going to take it for magic, bro?
There's
magic
cool. I don't want to waste it.
I hear you.
Well, you don't have to. Well, I guess you would. You would have to cast a spell for that. But you can try to do different kind of detections or investigate if there's something that you think is out of the norm. But it's up to you.
I'd like to look through the keyhole.
Nice.
It's dark. You actually don't have a torch, and there's no light coming from the keyhole, so you can't see anything. But you.
I think we should go upstairs.
I want to check these rooms first. Tillian?
What if we can loot the rooms?
Well,
I thought we were trying to save a child.
Yes.
Oh, that's right.
Oh, that's true. He's right.
Be there. We can loot.
We can do that later.
There could be knowledge amongst the loot.
I think we have to get upstairs and save the little child, and then potentially make our way down and see if the parents are even still alive.
He's right.
Can't see the parents being alive.
Let's go save a baby or thing. What do you
Okay,
call
so
it?
Tillian's gonna start making her way up the stairs.
Okay.
I'm gonna follow.
I'd just like to point out I can tell immediately who prefers Call of Duty versus PUBG right now. So
I'm gonna follow behind Tillian.
Okay. Roskin, you said you wanted to open the door?
Well, now that I'm king, are you gonna back me up, bro?
With your 4 hit points.
So we Scooby and Shaggy. So we got Scooby and Shaggy.
I mean, I'm always trying to fight.
So let's bust this door down then.
All right,
Come on, guys.
Move your tokens where you'd like to go. So so that's at the opposite end of the stairs. So you're gonna back your boy up. You're backing Roskin up. Is that what's
all right? I'm swinging this door open right now.
Okay, so hold on. Let me double check things here. All right.
Uh-oh.
Scooby Doo. Hold on. All right. Now you're saying the one directly above you, right? Like where your token's at? Or the one to the right?
Here's your ruler.
Oh, sorry, were you talking to me?
Yeah, Ross.
Yes.
Sorry.
Sorry about that.
You have a door directly above your token and one to your right of your token. Which one would you like to go in?
Oh, the one directly above my token.
This one here? That
Directly
one.
Yeah,
above.
that one.
Okay. All right. So,
Oh.
I have like notes for each room that goes in, so I gotta find that before I do this. So, okay.
So
This
as a
probably
rule,
almost missed out on.
so as a rule etiquette, the group going upstairs has no idea what's happening downstairs, correct?
Correct. As you go upstairs, you're under the assumption. Well, it's up to you. You're under the assumption. If you're looking back, you would see them kind of taper off and go that way. But you're not that far away from them that you can't see them or that you can't hear them or you can't communicate with them just yet.
Okay.
So
Okay.
this is an open staircase that you're going up.
Okay,
Has
perfect.
anyone seen the example of human excellence nearby?
I haven't seen it since we left the city.
You can hear
What
this.
about the druid?
All right.
Oh, the mouse talker. No, I haven't seen him.
Hmm.
Ross, can you
May
open the door?
Arielman bless them both.
Okay. Ross, can you open the door? Phil, you can move your character into the space and explore. What you come upon is a centerpiece that is you recognize as a wooden paneled dining room table. It's
I don't see it anywhere.
well, you guys aren't going to see it because you're not down there. You have what's called line of sight on the dynamic lighting, so you would have to move back down, which you can't do because you're on the stairs right now. So
So can they see what's happening in that room?
they can see what's happening in that room. Yes,
Oh, that's dope.
Yes, we're
I
in
know
the
we
room.
could do that.
correct.
It's kind of cool.
That's
oh
why
my
I was
god,
trying
look at all
to-
this loot.
It's called technology. It's,
That's
it's
right.
amazing.
That's what I was trying to get
It's very
done
cool.
last
I
time.
like
but
it. I like
didn't
the
have it set up.
technology. It's very good.
I like it. I like the technology. So let me describe this room to you real quick, so you can decide what you want.
Quiet now.
Just filled to the ceiling with gold. Enjoy upstairs.
Are you just saying this out loud enough for them to hear?
Yeah.
They're just getting jealous.
Oh,
Basically.
goody, gold.
There are 8 high-back chairs with sculpted armrests and a cushioned seat on each. There's a crystal chandelier that's hanging above the table. Everything seems clean. It seems like this is well taken care of and new, or at least taken care of. There is silverware and crystalware polished to a dazzling shine, set out for 8 people. So it looks like it's being set up for dinner whenever that might have been, but that never happened. Mounted above a marble fireplace on the other end of the room, which you can see, is a mahogany framed painting of an alpine vale. And that's there's some silk drapes on the windows that's covering everything, and then there's a tapestry depicting hunting dogs and a horse-mounted aristocrat chasing it. So, some bougie, fancy dining room stuff. You do notice that in this little corner over here, there's a door which you would put together that led back out into the main hall, and there's that's basically all you can see without further inspection.
So it seems like the room is empty.
Very underwhelming.
Let's go rejoin the hairy-chested
Let's
woman
see.
and the long-winded dragon lizard.
I cannot imagine a better task.
Investigate. Don't forget to investigate.
Hey,
Sorry.
Stairmaster.
They don't know what's happening. I don't want to
Sorry.
investigate some
It's fine.
dinner chairs and shit.
I mean, it's a dining room. You know, that's what you see. So, okay, so you.
All that to say, it's a dining room.
It's a
I'm
dining
sure
room.
even Tillian could
Well,
gather that this is a dining room.
people can see what they want to see and do different things. I mean, you can literally do anything you want. That's the beauty of Dungeons and Dragons. So
Let me get a shot at that room. I'll hack
I'm
it
just,
up.
I'm gonna just
Oh,
rejoin the
stop.
group.
you would have to make some checks to get around people, as there's not enough room for you to go back downstairs because they're kind of pushing you forward. So you can if you want. If you want to do like little swashbuckler jump down, because the stairs are only about 10 feet high at this point. It's up to you.
Is Roscoe still in there?
No, everybody I think came up. Where? Oh no, Ruskin's right there. Where are you at? Did somebody get on top of you? Is that what happened? think so.
Here.
Roskin is riding his
Ah,
shoulders.
there we go. So, okay. If you guys are going upstairs, is that the consensus?
Yes.
Okay.
Here.
Let me make sure I am taking you to the right spot. Hold on. So, I'm going to select you all. I'm going to move you all at the same time, so you're going to be at the same spot at the same area, just a little higher on the, Hey. I said move. Why can't I not move you? Hold on. Don't touch anything. Don't touch anything, guys. Why are you not letting me? Oh.
No tukas to Kara.
Hold, please.
Stand by.
I'm yeah. I was on the wrong layer. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
We're standing by to stand by.
Stand by.
Hurry up and wait.
Do you find yourself exploring a dungeon and be hungry at all times? Remember,
Now, as you come up the stairs, you're coming up this side. Okay.
Yep.
Be aware of that. You will see in grayscale. Don't get too far ahead of yourself. I gotta describe the real quick. So, I'm just so you're aware. So I don't want you to be like, oh, you didn't tell me.
We trap.
Over here, you'll see it's kind of in grayscale. Everywhere that you've been, you already know where it's at. You kind of know where you're at in relation to. You'll be able to see. So,
okay.
This is the second level of the house. So there's these unlit lamps that are mounted on the walls. And this looks like an upper hall. Hanging above the mantelpiece, across, for those of you who have dark vision and are able to see that far, with I think King, who has the torch, you wouldn't quite see all this with the detail that the others would see with dark vision. Yeah, so you see a mantelpiece, and there's this wood frame portrait of a family, and there is what seems to be a husband, a wife, or a male and a female that look like it's like a family portrait. There are two smiling children below, and they look familiar to you, but you're not quite sure this far away. And cradled in the father's arm seems to be swaddling of it looks like he's holding a baby.
A puppy?
Yeah, and the mother, everybody kind of has like a happy look on their face, or happier than the mother. The mother kind of looks like she's could wishes she wasn't there. As you come up the stairs, you do see that the hall is flanked on both sides by two suits of armor on each side. So there's 4 total in the room, and they're clutching a spear. This is something that you would see in some nobility's house. This isn't out of the ordinary for you. This is something you would be accustomed to seeing in a fancy house. Their visors on their helmets are shaped like a wolf's head, and yeah, there are 2 sets of double doors on each side. So move about as you see fit, and ask questions. Do what you want.
I keep going.
Okay. Up the stairs?
Up the stairs.
Okay. So Tillian continues upstairs. Does anybody do anything?
I'm gonna investigate this door here. Is there a way to see inside of it?
Okay. Hold on.
I'm right behind you, brother.
So
you guys how it's done.
Tillian's
Some
just
real looting.
moving along upstairs, and the rest of you are kind of checking out the rest of the hall and investigating this doorway. So give me a sec.
Boop, 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 boop. Anyone mind investigating those armor, the suits of armor? I want to get in the animated armor coming out my butt. Go on this door. I don't want to get pinned in. I want to investigate that armor.
If you want to do a perception check instead of investigation.
I'll
do
a perception check as well.
Yeah, whoever wants to do any looking around, do that. All right. Anybody else?
Get it. That's how you do it, buddy.
Okay. So as you're investigating, both Tom and Tor, you guys both look at the pseudo armor. They don't look anything out of the ordinary. It's pretty standard fare for some house like this. This is what you'd expect. Mm-hmm. You don't really see anything else. But on the door, when you first got to the door, you saw like pictures engraved into the wood of like young people dancing and kind of like making merry. And upon this further check, it looks like the youths are not dancing. They're fighting these bats. these bats are attacking them. So it looks, at first glance, looked like something jovial. Is not. It's some sort of a horrific scene of kids being attacked.
That's terrible.
You do notice that the door, the handle opens or turns with ease, so it doesn't seem to be locked. Do you go through?
Yes, with a bag of chips in hand.
With a bag of chips. Yes.
Let's go. Let's open it up.
I'm gonna go to the opposite side.
You go to the opposite side? Okay, hold on a second.
Come with me, Tor.
Why is this not working for me? Let's go. Why are you being...
Come with me.
There it is.
Brother, I prefer to have Tor come with me.
Whip.
If possible.
Ouch.
Just kidding.
That door is open for you.
Okay,
King,
I'm gonna stay in the hallway.
you notice that the door there seems to be the same. It's just shut. Do you go through the door? It's not locked.
Yes.
Okay, give me a second. So I will open that. Go ahead and walk in if you want. Roz, can you go wherever you'd like? Tor
Come with me,
and
dude.
Tom, you guys kind of stumble upon what looks to be some sort of a library.
Oh, yeah.
There are red velvet drapes covering the windows in this room.
The dragon's tail shoots straight up.
Mahogany desk. A lot of mahogany in this house.
A lot of wood.
Matching high back.
I'm gonna
Strong
invest.
wood.
Nice. I'm gonna investigate the
Not
desk.
even meat.
Okay.
All right. Do I need to investigate? Is that the right word, or is that not the right word?
No, that's
Yeah,
fine. That's fine.
also-
Go ahead and do a. Let me just make sure if there's any checks or anything. Because sometimes there's it says if you try to do anything, it asks for this kind of checks.
Okay.
You don't need to do a check, but what you do see is
Power.
there's a bunch of
There's no loot.
items that are on top of it. There's an oil lamp, a jar of ink, a quill pen, a tinder box, a letter kit containing a red wax candle, 4 blank sheets of parchment, and a wooden seal bearing the family insignia that you saw down below the windmill when you first came into the door, or the first doors. Yeah, you can take it if you want. Go ahead and hang on to that. Just remember you got it.
What is the insignia of again?
It's the windmill from the shield that you saw emblazoned on the shield at the very the foyer.
Got it.
Mill.
So there are drawers in the desk.
Yeah, check them. I want to check them.
Those? Okay. The drawers open freely.
Booby traps.
Some of the stuff is in there. You also do see a iron key.
Okay, I snatched that too.
Okay. Hang on that. So, do you investigate anything else around the area? Tor, were you trying to do something?
What are these things in front of me?
They're books. It's a library.
That is a library. So there are
Check
rows
those
and rows of books all the way around that area. So this looks like a study, and where
Can I run a perception, or what is the best way that I can consume the knowledge held within these luscious, beautiful, blessed?
Do a perception check. Poor Tillion's just sitting on the stairs, waiting for you. Now, you got your perception check.
I'm learning in here.
Okay. So there are hundreds of tomes in here, and as you're searching through, they range from topics including history, warfare, alchemy, a lot of books that contain first editions of poetry and fiction. That's what you see on there. As you're kind of investigating or moving books around to see what's next, some of them don't have the titles on the outside. You kind of pull on a red book.
Oh yeah.
With a blank spine, and
time.
There's a secret door.
There is a secret door. Yes, that pops open for you. Down in this area. But Tom, you do not see this because it's behind like a row.
Oh,
you would hear like a creaking noise, but that's all you would hear. So it's up to you whether or not you go investigate that.
I'll go on
Tor.
investigate.
So Tor, you would see down here. Move your token down there. You'll see what's in the.
Ooh, go look down there, Tor.
Now, while you're positioning yourself there, let's go to.
I didn't see any clicking.
Over here.
Down here. A little further up.
Here, brother.
Yeah, there you go. So you guys position yourself however you want. If you go in, cool. If whatever you want to go. Let me go down to the
line of sight thing's amazing.
Roskin and King, so we can give them a little
lost Roskin and
lost Roskin
King. When I move my character over, that's amazing. Sorry.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. First time you do it. King and Roskin, you guys open the double doors. They make a sound, and it's
nice.
Like echoes really loudly. There's like nothing to dampen the sound. And as you open it, it looks like a conservatory. So you see across from you a grand piano. A harpsichord. And there's a bench rests in the northwest corner. There is a fireplace, and there is a harp. And then there's figurines with well-dressed dancers that are on the mantelpiece. And that's what you see in the room.
All right, I want to investigate.
Okay. Go ahead and do investigation. Okay.
Nice.
Exactly what you can do one. It's on your sheet on your skills. There'll be one named perception. Just click the button. Click the word.
Oh, did you want perception? I did investigation.
Oh, you did investigation. Yeah, I'll let you do it. I'll let you do since you didn't know. Once you get in the habit of doing the right one. So.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, much better.
You in fact missed the harpsichord completely. You don't even see it. It just looks like a lump of wood. But cool. Yeah, everything else I described is the same. Roskin, you're kind of walking through the room, kind of investigating the walls, and checking on things. See if you notice anything different. Near the fireplace, as you pass by the harp, the carvings that you saw on the side from afar look like dancers. They're actually skeletons. So those are skeletal. That's like a skull face and scully bony hands on the characters that are the statues. So things just don't seem quite right until further investigation in this house. All seems off. But that's all that you discover.
What do you want to do?
How ominous. I tell King, yo, bro, there's a bunch of dead bodies in here. We should probably tell the others.
Well, they're not dead bodies. There's
a bunch of skeletons.
There's sculptures of dead skulls.
They're not actual skeletons.
Dancing skulls, yeah. Well-dressed skulls.
It just looks like shapes to me. I apparently have severe astigmatism.
Well, never mind. I look at them and I don't even mention it.
Roskin grabs King's hands and like your rough hands from all your battle-worn punch throwing. You know, he's trying to like rub your hands over the face. Like, look, you see this? Those are eye holes.
My calluses feel nothing.
But you are familiar with the feeling of the structure of a bone as if you were about to crush it, and that's when you realize, with his expert tutelage in trying to get you to braille up these statues.
Okay.
All right, so that's all that's in that room. You guys can move out if you'd like. I'm gonna return back to Tom and Tor. Or actually, I'm gonna go to Talon.
I'm gonna go check on them in their room.
Tillian,
yes.
Do you continue upwards or do you wait for them?
No, I wait.
Okay. Then all right, we will continue that. So before King and Roskin have come into the room, because this stuff is happening at the same time, I'm just kind of switching back and forth. But it's okay that you went in there. That's fine. I need to know what Tor and Tom did. It looks like you're outside of the room. Tor, you would have seen the doorway open into like a little secret compartment that's about 10 feet wide by 5 foot 5 foot wide by 10 feet deep, and you see. Hold on, let me make sure I got the right one. I did this wrong one time. and I described the wrong room, and it was completely wrong. So, all right. So yeah, you see some bookshelves, but it's pretty dark in there. So you don't have dark vision, and if you don't have a torch on you, do you light a torch? You just see like a dark room, and you see some bookshelves.
Well, let me see.
Got an oil lamp right from the desk.
There is an oil lamp from the desk.
I can hand it to you if you want.
Now, I know that you can see it on the screen. We're just keeping it that way because it's a hassle for me to switch it back and forth.
I hand an oil lamp.
Ah, thank you. Yeah.
Open flame's not a great idea around books.
I'll keep a good distance and not try to breathe on it.
Good call.
I hold up the lamp before me to see what knowledge may be shown in front of me.
Okay, so you see bookshelves, and there seem to be a lot of books, tomes. These look a little bit different than the ones that are in the library. They look a little more special. Do you investigate that, or do you look?
Perception?
Well, you don't have to. It's just like, do you go check those out, or?
Yes, I would like to see what they hold.
So as you don't need to do a perception check because you're grabbing them and you literally can see them. So with light. So as you walk into the door, you're kind of checking out these books. Tom, you're coming down the hallway as he walks in, and you hear the door start to spring shut. Both of you make a, let's do
dexterity. Say dexterity.
Yeah, let's do a dexterity check for both of you.
Sounds good to me.
Knees are not going to
actually acrobatics checks.
Oh, no problem, bro. I got all that all day. Oh, you gotta be kidding. Yeah, that 8. It's crazy.
So
that is 6.
Tom is a little further back, and he sees this start to close, and he saw Tor go in there as he's turning the corner, and he's running down really fast, and he's trying to catch it before it locks, and he maybe calls out to Tor, and his calling out to Tor gives Tor the reaction time to grab it with his hand, like in his tail, and like hold it open as it began to shut. So the door does not shut on you now.
Shanks.
May a Euroman bless us again.
Now,
continue to grace us.
Upon further, well, what do you do with the door? Like, it will shut if you let go of it.
I'll just hold on to it for a second.
Okay. Do you?
I prop my short sword in between it and wedge the door open.
Okay.
I think I can do.
Okay. Yeah. You can do that. That's fine. So a little further down, you see through the light. There is a heavy wooden chest that's on the ground. It's got these claw iron feet against the wall further along, and the lid is half closed. And sticking out of it is a chest. Of the chest is a skeleton and leather armor. It looks really old. Do you check them out?
May I run the history of it?
History check. Yes.
Like,
love it.
You can do a perception check. Let's just do a perception check. Cool. Yeah, you there's not really much to perceive. It looks like somebody had gotten trapped in here, obviously from the door shutting, so maybe there wasn't a way to get out if you hadn't caught it in time. You'd have kind of gathered that, and then maybe this person was either looking for food or was died in this room somehow. You do kind of like peek around, and it looks like maybe it was booby trapped. You notice that there are 3 darts that are stuck in the armor near the rib cage. So it looks like maybe there's a firing mechanism that went off, and you see like a broken like string on the ground. So maybe there was a trap that caught him, but it looks like it's disarmed. He is clutching something in his left hand. Looks like a letter of some sort, and it has a seal on it.
Take that letter.
All right.
Is there anything else in that chest?
I'm double checking. This does look like a letter. It's got a weird crest on it that you're not familiar with.
In Interesting.
You can read it if you want to. In the chest, there are 3 blank books with black leather covers. They look like they could be expensive, maybe. There are also 3 spell scrolls. Tor, you would recognize these as Bless, Protection from Poison, and Spiritual Weapon. These are all spells you can use.
Yes.
These would only be something usable by, I'll say any magic user can use this in this party, but I believe these are cleric spells, so only a cleric or a paladin would probably be able to use these. But for now, I would say everybody that can do magic can do this.
Shanks, you gonna split these scrolls, or what? The scrolls, I get the books, or we split them with the whole group? Just us 2. So how you want to play it?
I mean, I'll divvy it up, but that spiritual weaponry does sound fun.
Okay. Did you keep that time?
You keep that one.
You would recognize these as higher level spells than you're actually able to use. This would let you use it, so it's fine. But these are spells of a higher order than you've been trained in, but you're familiar with them. There's also, as you move these scrolls and these books out of the way, you see a deed to the house, and then a deed to a windmill.
Okay, we're talking.
And a signed wheel, and
loot.
Yeah, the will is signed by a Gustav and Elizabeth Durst, and it bequeaths the house, the windmill, and all the family property to Rosvalda and Thornbolt Durst. In the event of their death, the books, scrolls, deeds, and all, those seem to be all items for them upon their death. So,
all right, so let's grab the loot and we'll split it up. On that spiritual weapon, don't tell anybody about it. I want to fight about it. Split the rest of the loot up.
All right.
Everybody else.
Just make sure that whoever has whatever scroll has that. Now, you are not a magic user, so you do not have the ability to use these. But
I want it anyway.
Okay, yeah. But Tor wants them all.
Anyone who wants one, I'll give it. If they want 2, I'll give them 1.
Up to you how you want to divvy that out. But so what do you guys do?
And we're gonna grab the loot, deeds too, and all that kind of stuff. You want to read that letter, Shanks? Well, that's sealed, or do you want to keep it sealed?
I would like to read it and see what happens, but we can rejoin the group and let them know what we found.
All right. Can you get past me in the room so I can pull my sword out of the door?
Oh yeah, you guys can do that however you want. It's not going to be a problem. Just as long as both of you are out of the room before that is.
You put your knee here, and I put my tail there. Yes. On 3. 3. Good.
Got it.
Science.
Look.
What's up, Tyrion?
Dillian's just up at the stairs.
What? I'm sorry. Are we ready to go?
Yeah, we stumbled across a little loot, rogue style. What'd you guys find, King? He's muted.
I'm blind, so I can't see anything. I didn't find anything in the room.
He has his torch and he says he's blind.
Oh.
Holds it right in front of his eyes.
I can't see.
I have advanced cataracts.
Ruskin, did you find anything?
Nothing interesting.
All right. We found a bunch of junk. A letter that's sealed up.
Oh, good. Are we ready?
But we found the will.
Oh yeah, the will. Sorry.
We know who we're looking for. It's Gustav and Elizabeth Durst.
Durst. That's
All
what
right.
we're looking for.
Now we can go do stuff up the stairs because somehow I don't know why. That's critical.
I don't know why we need to know their names and formal everything about them before we save them.
If you keep sassing me, I want to read the letter out loud.
I wanted to mention I did find an iron key. And as a rogue, I call dibs on 50% of the treasure that we find with it. Just you guys know.
That was part of the deal? Oh.
Just letting my terms be known.
That's up
I'm a
to
monk.
anybody
I have
else.
no need for material possessions.
Does anyone
I
need
figured you said that.
else? I got a spell you could have.
Human excellence.
That's right. I'll just continue to train and meditate in the mountains, the waterfalls.
Tillian, we did find a letter. We wanted to read it real quick before we go any further. All right.
Oh, did you find some books as well, so we could have a campfire?
Yes. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh, Errol, you hear this? You're dancing with your big fire pits.
If you want to read it, I will show it to the players, and you can read it aloud if you'd like.
I'll wait because I don't think it'll be appreciated, and I think it would burst in the face.
Sticks it back in his pocket. Okay.
I think the fur-chested woman wants to move on.
Let's get going.
I am not a dwarf.
I just remember Tor saying some things about shaving with a rapier.
All right, are you guys going upstairs then?
Yeah, let's go upstairs.
So, go ahead and get as close as possible to each other so I can grab you at the same time.
That means you, Shanks.
Tor.
Well, everybody, but yeah. Okay,
all right, everyone, on 3, put your hands together.
Okay, don't move your tokens. Don't move. And...
Bless us may, bless us be, warp us to a new place to see.
Oh man, so good. All right, so don't move yet. You guys come up onto the 3rd floor. Now the 1st and the 2nd floor seemed pretty well taken care of. You guys can all see, right? You're all good?
Yep.
Okay. The 1st and 2nd floor were very clean. They were well taken care of. There was no dust. It looked like somebody had been very meticulous about keeping it clean. The 3rd floor is not this way. It is immediately dusty. So as soon as you get to the top of the stairs, there's like this just layer of dust.
So it's dusty.
Dust.
Okay.
Dust. Lots of cobwebs. And it's
just making sure.
There's no footsteps in the dust, anything like that. So that's not something you need to roll for. It's just I'm just explaining what is there. Now on what you're coming to is the balcony. Now hold on. As you come up to the balcony, you see this suit of armor. It looks slightly different than the ones below. It looks bigger. And it too is dusty.
This one?
But you can tell that right in front of you. You can tell that it is it's not silver, it's not shiny, it is black, and it is got a lot of dust on it. So
I tap it with my rapier.
Okay, as you tap it, anybody who is up the stairs needs to roll for initiative.
I gotta find
because let me say. Come on, I thought I knew my shortcut keys.
There we go.
Yeah, select your token and then hit initiative.
Oh,
Sorry, my bad.
I did it off my character sheet. I didn't know you had to do a token.
Oh,
yeah,
dude,
you have to select your token and then
there's an enemy in here, dude, for real?
So as you got close to it and you raised your sword to tap on it to check it out and like maybe shake some of the dust off, the dust starts to just sling off of it as it goes boom boom boom, and it like kind of steps off of its pedestal, and it is this towering suit of armor that looks like it is magical in some way, and it is threatened by you. Hold on a sec.
Intimidate. Smooth. Smooth. Intimidate.
Oh, come on now. There we go. Almost forgot how to access the character sheet. This is gonna be real weird. Okay. So yeah, you're in combat. Let's see what the.
Tell us the order.
I did a bad thing.
I did a bad.
Oh, we're good.
There it is.
Automatically put you in there.
Oh, it didn't do it on mine though.
Wait,
hang on.
Do it for
sure.
Shanks is definitely not.
Shanks
for 2.
did. He's a 10. Let me change it real quick. You're good.
Burn.
Let me
Is
get
mine
this
in
guy
there?
in here. King. If you didn't select your token, it won't.
I thought I did.
If you, it's
but-
fine. I'll put you in.
I got
what
it.
you
I got it.
had. Oh, okay. Go ahead. Or if you can at least get yourself in there, I can give you the. Oh, even better. All right, I'll let it happen. This guy. This
It doesn't
guy.
change the order really yet.
Yeah, not yet. Where is your?
Where's King at? He's on top. Never mind. Skin shake.
Oh, there it is.
Everybody. Just a knight or whatever fighting. 18. Oh man, that's balls. I'm not getting hit first. I'm not getting hit first.
So, you see this massive suit of armor animate before you, and you kind of King kind of is quick enough to get around everybody into the side, and he's up top, and he's within 5 feet of the animated armor. And it is King's turn first. You see this animated armor come to life, and it looks like it is ready to attack.
It looks like it's ready to. It's not going
It
to.
is preparing to attack. It has
Okay.
just let me it doesn't tell me what it's got in its hands. Yes, that's what it sounds like right there.
Oh, for real? Jeez.
Nice. Okay, so I'll bop it real quick.
Okay.
All right, so you
Twist
go,
it.
And slap it.
lick it.
Good strategy.
There we go. All right, I need to get this out of my way. Okay. So you hit it. Let's see. It actually your first attack. You only get one attack.
I get 2.
You can do both those if you'd like. If it's attack, extra attack, because both of those miss.
Hey, what's this?
Sick.
So
What's the armor rating on this thing? God dang it.
I can't tell you that,
No, I know you can't.
but it's armor. So I mean, it's probably gonna be. You think it's
Yes,
fairly high.
good.
Does he have a shield?
He does not have a shield.
This thing with magic.
He
It's
doesn't
gonna be around to
actually-
16.
He doesn't even have any weapons. It doesn't look like
Oh.
he's got a sword or anything like that. So he's just up and he's ready to pounce with his hands.
He's super far away. Shit.
So King, that is, unless you've got something else that's going to be your turn, yeah.
Yeah. That's,
Hey, you better run away, King. You
So-
blast shield.
Well, so just so you know, if you run away,
I
if you're-
can't move
If you're
it.
right next to him, if you move outside of that 5 feet, unless you've got something, which I think you do, because I think you took mobile, right?
Mobile
Good.
just lets it or
It lets
makes
you-
it so that they don't have opportunity attacks.
Correct. So if you
Right.
move outside of the 5 feet that you're near, you can sidestep and go around within one block of them, because that's 5 feet.
Mm.
But if you get outside of that, then it can attack you because you're like retreating. So unless you've got something that allows you to do that, they can attack you. So
Wait, so if I stay within 5 feet, he can't? Or if
you
I
mobile
leave, he
allows you
can't.
to get out of the way. So if you want, you're not going to take an opportunity attack. I'm just
Okay,
saying it's
I'll do
not
that.
for everybody.
Yeah.
So
I'm gonna get out of the way.
Okay.
Do I move my token?
If you want to, you can either kind of do like a backflip back onto the bottom of the stairs, but then you're going to have to make some checks to get back up there. Or you can try to move between Tillian and the animated armor to get one like over here, something like that.
Yeah.
As long as it's
Right
within your
there.
movement, you can go. Yeah. I mean, you can't open a door because that's your action, so I wouldn't allow that. So up to you.
It's over there.
So I
Can't
can
see
come
what's
here?
over there.
Yeah, you can go there. Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, King, what do you see over there? Is there more room?
It's
You
a
know,
hallway. There's
you can't-
literally one other.
So he can't really answer that after he's made his move.
Oh, sorry.
Okay, alright, my bad.
Sorry.
So far,
Sorry.
that's what you're concerned with. Like you get this armor, it's just like ready to pounce.
I'm just throwing it apart.
Actually, though, you know, Tom, it is your turn. So
Okay, thank you. App, dude, I don't know. I don't want to get close to this thing.
if you want to move through
hold-
people,
Hold your action.
you can
hold
hold
your
your action. Yes, you can hold your action. So you can say, "Hey, I want to use my weapon or my spell or whatever I'm going to do until somebody's out of my way," and then you'll immediately go whenever that trigger point is made. If you want.
All right, I'm gonna hold.
Okay.
Zap this thing with some magic, y'all, so I can come in and clean up.
It is magical. So Tom is going to hold his action. And the animated armor, as it was awoken by Tillian coming within its range, it will attack you.
Okay.
So it swipes at you. Oh, what the? Make an attack, jerk. Wait, what?
The armor makes 2 melee attacks.
Hold on, I'm sorry. I clicked the wrong button. Slam attack. Boom. Does a 23 hit?
Oh,
A 23 does hit.
You will take 8 damage.
Okay.
From that first hit. It actually doesn't like that King walked past.
oh snap!
We'll take a step and we'll try to slam attack because it gets 2 attacks.
Not King! Not King!
Ooh, but he critically misses and he falls on the ground as he slips on the dust.
Oh,
So he's actually prone right now, and you will get advantage on all of your attacks on him until he gets back up.
Get off my hold attack now because I'm ready to pounce.
You can, but you've got a. Do you have a ranged attack?
Oh, I can't get past these fools? Yeah, I got a crossbow.
You can, but it's going to take just
So
half your movement.
I'm getting ready to
everybody
move.
this turn has advantage against him right now.
Oh, no, never mind.
Yes.
You know, I'm gonna wait for Tillian and Ross to go in on.
Yeah, I would. We're gonna.
I'm gonna
do
wait.
a little bit of. You guys.
So I've hit the ground.
Yeah.
I got excited.
He's hit the ground. He hit the ground. You got ready to go.
Cheap shots. That's rogues are about cheap shots.
All right,
Go ahead.
Tillian,
The hold.
your move.
I'm gonna
time.
move
Yeah.
and attack.
Okay.
Here, come on.
26.
Yes,
Ooh,
that's gotta penetrate.
Okay, so go ahead and
It's gotta
hit
penetrate.
that damage, and then do it again.
That was a nat 20.
Yeah, when it's green, that's real good, guys. So go ahead and hit your. So it definitely hits.
Damage.
Go ahead and roll your damage on rapier.
Yeah, green
That's
is a
a
nat
hit.
20 and red is a nat 1.
Oh wait, okay. So what you do is you click
So
the word
you-
rapier.
I did. Oh, I see. I see.
I'm
I
sorry.
see. Yeah,
In the
I got
chat.
it. Yeah, I got it.
Oh.
Yeah,
Oh, that's
so
how
you
you
get-
do it. You click. Oh, you click.
So
on
you
the
get 2
unit.
attacks with your rapier, though?
Well, I don't know.
Oh, no, you
No,
put it
it's-
away. You have a shield out
I've
right
got
now.
I've got my shield out, so I've got
Oh,
one
nice.
right here.
That's right. That's right.
So you got 7 + 5 piercing. Does that automatically add? I don't think it does. So go ahead and roll another d8.
Yeah, that's bonus damage. Come get it. Ah, you piece of crap metal.
Okay, so
Oh.
you just waylay this thing with your rapier, which is.
Do I get
odd.
any additional? Do I add any additional to that 1d8? It's
no.
+4 piercing. Do I add it again?
What do you mean +4 piercing?
So my rapier is 1d8 +4.
Nice.
Right. No, because what you're so you've given him 12 damage.
Yep.
And then an additional 3 damage. So what I'm having you do, because you crit, you roll the damage die again, but it doesn't add anything.
But it doesn't add your bonus.
Right.
Okay.
Right. And if I'm wrong with that, we'll address that later. But
That's
that's how I've been played like that. That's how I understand
It's
it. So, yeah. But you did a lot of damage to this. You've kind of crushed in the back portion of the plate. He's gonna have a real bad time getting up. But he's still moving around. He's kind of like RoboCop, but he's on the ground.
Okay. That's
Like that?
the. Oh, I am going to use my. No, I'll hold.
Okay.
I'm good.
Okay.
I'm done.
What's your health? Hey, what's your health look like, Tillian?
I look kind of rough.
What's your health at?
5.
he's
The
still-
DM
he's
giggles.
still up.
I was trying not to
Yeah, no, it's okay.
spit specific
So-
numbers, but
And people don't.
sorry.
don't know- So like that's not.
Oh, we can't ask that. Oh, we
it's
can't
not,
ask
it's
that.
not technically something you can ask, because if you say
Ooh.
it like that,
Right.
then you know exactly how many. It changes. It's what's called
Got
metagaming.
it.
So, but
Got it.
you can say, hey, how does he look? And then I'll
Right.
check him and I'll say, hey, he looks like he's. You can try to flavor that however you want, or I can do
Thank
it.
you
It's up to
for educating me because I was
Yeah, no problem.
trying to
Good.
cheat, but
You guys are level 1.
No, you're
This
good.
is like first.
I am
level,
a
so
rogue.
You're all good.
I'm a rogue.
You're very
Yeah.
perceptive. Yeah,
you
know
can
what this
see
looks like.
you can see that I'm not even at half of my life
Yeah.
anymore.
You can say that. You can say he's so rough he's below health. Not unlike the animated armor. So Roskin, your turn. I'm sorry.
Okay. I'm gonna use my own attack.
Oh, all right. That is a 10-foot poison spray. Now,
Is it corrosive?
is that?
It's awesome.
No. Is it?
Oh,
Hold on.
Is it corrosive?
DC 4. I don't think so. It's just poison.
Look on it.
DC Constitution save. Come here, you.
It's a Constitution.
I'm looking
save.
it up.
Whip. Oh, he fails big time. So, yeah. So he totally takes that 5 poison, which makes him look even rougher. So, one of his his pauldrons like fall off onto the ground, like as he's flailing about.
He takes 1d12 of poison damage.
Yeah, it automatically rolled for it.
Oh, it did automatically.
Some of them automatically do it. Like,
Interesting.
Like a melee attack won't, because it's like, did you hit or not? You know, and you get to choose how you.
That's cool.
More. But yeah, it'll automatically roll it sometimes. So let's see. So yeah, he's looking real rough. He's got some of the armor pieces like falling off of him. The back is caved in a little bit from the waylaying that Tillian put on him. Roz, do you move or do anything else?
No.
Okay. Tor, your turn.
I'm gonna unhold real quick. Can I unhold him?
Yeah. You can actually.
The stairs is clear.
Yeah. Yep. You can do your thing.
I'm gonna get right in this guy's face.
Get it.
I'm gonna hit him with a short sword attack.
All right.
And I can hit him with a crossbow attack too.
You're within 5 feet, so it'll be at a disadvantage. But your short sword misses.
Actually,
wait.
I'm a crossbow expert.
You're right. Okay, go for it. I forgot.
No disadvantage, baby.
I
Oh yeah.
Now, hold on. Do you have 2 attacks?
Yes, I do.
You have 2 attacks. Okay.
Because of my crossbow expert, I get to do a bonus attack with it.
So you get so excited that everybody's out of the way, and you move up really quick, and you just stab at him with the short sword, and he's flailing about, and it just misses. It glances off of the back, and then you would like say, "No, screw this!" And you pull out the hand crossbow, and pop one off, and it shoots right through him in like the bits that don't have anything in it. He's animated armor, so it just goes right into the wall.
Don't worry, Tom. That happens to a lot of guys.
Ha ha ha.
You do still have some movement, so up to you whether you want to use it or not.
Oh, my sneak attack only works when I actually land an attack. Dang it!
Yep, you have to hit him.
Shoot. I'm gonna.
It has to be from behind.
Sorry, I'm gonna. Can I get past Roskin?
You can get past Roskin, yeah. Sidestep.
I'm gonna hop step.
Yeah.
Okay. Right here, and I'm gonna end my turn.
All right, sounds good. Tor, your turn.
I would like to approach this weaponized mechanical beast of sin, raise upon him my one-handed warhammer, and cast a guiding bolt of death.
Oh, all right. And you cast guiding bolt, and it's at. I'm sorry.
Feet.
It's at advantage, but it's still no go.
Hey.
I should have blessed it.
So you come up, running up the stairs.
Don't worry,
and
Tor. It happens to a lot of dragons too.
You trip on one of the stairs, and the guiding bolt kind of like flies out and poof on the wall instead.
Wait. I will stay here and guard these stairs.
King, it's your turn.
I'll try and finish it.
All right. And you will get these at advantage. It automatically calculates it. So we'll take the higher number of the 2.
I didn't get it. Oh, I didn't get it.
17 does not hit, but that next one does. So
yes.
roll the damage on that monk arm strike. So you just highlight. There you go. 6 damage. All right. He's you kind of punch in the back of his helmet, and it kind of, you feel it crunch. And he's still moving, but he's like, there's weird sounds coming from him. They're not vocal, but it's like magic sparks kind of flying around.
Nice.
Okay.
Is that Tom's up, baby?
No,
oh yeah.
No.
Oh,
that
wait.
was your turn. Like through that you held.
What? Oh.
So, wait. You know what? I'm sorry. No, you're right. Go ahead, Tom.
Okay,
He
cool.
goes back to his.
He goes back to yours. I forgot.
right?
I just.
He
We were
held
so
I'm
close
gonna-
to it.
I'm gonna hop right here real quick, sidestep.
Okay.
My thing.
Yep.
Then with a short sword attack.
Mm.
That was my.
Ooh.
There we go. That hits.
Yep. Roll that damage. 6. All right.
I get to do my sneak attack because it hits, right?
Yes, you do.
Anything? Oh, it's 1d6. Okay, so you get 1d6.
Just roll d6, yeah. 5. Okay, how do you want to do this? You're ending him.
Finish him.
I'm gonna do a straight. I'm gonna do a downward sword thrust right through his eye cavity. Bye-yow.
Where his eyes would be. So King kind of softened that spot up and it split, and you just like shoved it right in there, and it as you pierce through with your short sword, his head kind of explodes and splinters into the wall, and he begins to disintegrate.
And then I yell, "How you like me now?"
How you like me now? Got the check.
Fantastic blow.
Got the check.
Got the check.
Yeah.
All right.
So, hold on. Let me clear this real quick. Okay, you guys are out of turn order. You're now free to move about. But yeah, you've had your first encounter in the building. And...
I want to. Well, I want to throw high fives to King and Tillian and Roscoe and Shanks for a job well done.
Do you guys return the high five?
Yeah, I've accepted and returned.
Of course.
Okay. Tillian, what did you have? You were to say something.
Does anybody have any heals?
Tillian's looking real rough, guys.
No, I don't.
I didn't grab anything from downstairs. I think I got.
I'm specifically looking at the dragon. I'm like, okay, Roscoe.
Oh, it's okay.
I was making sure they were equipped.
Thank
Got
you,
a
Roz.
water skin.
Thank you, Roz.
Some water on it.
Of course.
What? Doing a water.
I'm mostly back to full health. It's okay. I'm good.
Wait, what did you do? The cure wounds. Okay.
He gave me cure wounds
Okay.
for 5.
Tor, you can hold on to it unless you.
You can. I don't need it right now. Hang on to it, Tor. I think the one from Roz will do just fine. Hang on to your.
Walk around like a limp individual.
So you pass that out, and like as you're in the middle of it, you see Roskin kind of do the same thing, and you're like, well, fine then, and you kind of like quit your prayer, and it comes right back into your hand, so you don't waste a spell.
No.
Thank you, though,
no.
Tor. All right, so I'm gonna listen at these 2 doors and see if there's anything.
Did armor drop any loot? I think. Just video
check
games.
that. Let me double check
Video game
that
thing?
real quick.
That
Yep, sure, no, I got
happened in
it. Yeah, you wanna Dark Souls it? It's cool.
Sam, does that thing drop any loot? Because this loot.
It does not. It didn't even have a weapon on it, and it disintegrated. It's almost like as if when you deactivated the magic just dissipated, and the whatever was keeping the black metal that it was made out of together kind of loosened and kind of atomized into the air.
Let's keep an eye
Don't
out for
smell
any
the
black metal.
area.
What?
You don't want to smell what that thing turns into. You will go places that you will not believe and not even be sure that you come back.
Okay, I'll take your word for it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna listen to these doors.
Tears in the Rain. Okay, you're listening to. Go ahead and do a. Let's do a perception check. Yeah, that'll work.
Hey, King, which way are you going? Following the group, or are you going in the door up there?
I'm right in front of double doors. I'm about to punch through.
Get
Tillian, Shank.
Now you guys
I'm
are
down
in
there.
turn order, so we're gonna let Tillian do the perception check to see, and then it was at 5. So you can't discern anything either way. They both sound similar.
Tom, do you hear anything at these doors?
Let me do a perception check right quick. If I can see anything. To intimidate these doors real quick. Yep, didn't work.
Same thing. He's like
Intimidating.
knocking on the walls and kind of like, nope, nothing.
Yeah, I see nothing.
I'll come back and test
Okay.
the handles and see if they're locked.
Okay. Let me double check. I don't think that they are, but just in case. No, neither of them are. You seem to be able to open, or at least turn the handles with these. They don't seem to be stuck or anything. So,
King, what about your doors up there?
Well, I watched you guys try and investigate and fail, so I'm just gonna kick these open if possible.
No.
King just rears back. You see him throw a front kick and fly through the doors and poof. And King, which you are greeted with, when I'm assuming that you still have your torch that you picked up after your battle.
Yep.
Looks like some sort of a master bedroom. It's dirty as well as everything else that you've encountered on this floor. The cobwebs are everywhere. There are burgundy drapes that are covering the windows. All the windows seem to be covered here.
Okay. What time of day is it?
There is what's that? Time of day?
What? Yeah.
I don't know. What if you were you could find out if you maybe opened a window.
That's what I was gonna do. Like if it was daytime outside, I was gonna move the drapes and make it bright in here.
All right. No,
but if it's nighttime,
when you came in, it was morning-ish, mid-morning when you guys got to town. Actually, it was early morning because remember you were expecting people to be hustle and bustle and getting things going for the town for the morning, and there was none of that happening. So, as far as you know, you've only been in here for maybe an hour and a half, 2 hours tops.
Okay. So I'm gonna open the drapes.
Okay.
Make it bright in here.
So do you open all the drapes?
Yeah, I'll open all.
Okay. So when you open the drapes, boom. What this would do is let light in for anybody who didn't have a torch. We don't have to worry about that right now, but you can see outside. It looks like it's overcast, and you can't see much outside except for the fog is surrounding the house. So it's kind of this diffused light that's coming in, but it's bright enough for you to see everything that's in the room. You see a tiger skin rug that is on the ground. It looks old.
Carol Baskin.
The drapes have been moved away. There's these veils that were tattered, kind of torn, like really old. Things have not been taken care of here. So it's good. There's some matching wardrobes, but they seem to be empty. Like the drawers are open and there's nothing in them. There's a vanity with a wood frame mirror and a jewelry box, and there's a padded chair, and then the tiger skin is rotting on the floor, and then it's in front of a fireplace. You've been seeing a theme of these fireplaces throughout the house.
It's rotting.
It's like really, you're seeing like an old.
That's like moth eaten, falling
yeah,
apart.
It's not good. It's not something you'd want to use as like a cape or something. It's not new. There is a dust-covered portrait of the same two people, the two adults from the picture that you saw earlier. So maybe this is their room.
While he's doing that, I'm listening at this door that I'm next to as well.
Where are you at? Hold on. Tillian, where'd you go?
Okay, I'll kick that door down too if you want me to.
Can you see my moving?
Yeah. I'm sorry. Yep. Give me a sec. I am gonna delete that. And as you open that door, you see a bathroom.
Went from listening to opening. All right.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you were.
No, you're good.
It's fine. You jiggle the handle and it's really
like
loose.
crap.
This seems to be a really well used room. There's a wooden tub with clawed feet and a small iron stove with a kettle resting on top of it, and a barrel under a spigot in the east wall. There's a cistern on the roof used to collect rainwater. You see like a pipe that comes down into it, and then the plumbing looks a little shoddy, but yeah, it's like a bathing room.
All right,
a legit bathroom.
Guys, are you ready? I think we need to keep moving.
Okay. Tom, there's a jewelry box in that room if you want to.
I do want to check that jewelry box out.
I'll kick these doors down over here.
No. I'm like standing in front of the door. I'm like, no.
Where's that jewelry box at?
If Tillian is in front of the doors, you can't get past them without like a check. So
it's just the jewelry box.
You were looking for the jewelry box? Hold on. So
I've got to turn a profit on this particular excursion.
Let me make sure because there's notes here.
Oh man, there's stuff up with it cursed.
No. I mean, it's just I got to make sure I give you the right stuff.
I got you.
So
taking it all, whatever it is.
Hold, please. I'm sorry. I should have had this up already. I thought that it was a. It's in like a second an additional section. Where is it? Sorry, hold on. Supplements. Where the hell is it? It should be here. All right, I'm gonna say that there's a couple of silver necklaces in it, and a set of silver, like a silver set of silverware. Seems like it's very special. It's got the a D engraved on everything, so it looks like maybe it's like a wedding set. It was a wedding present or something like that. You would probably guess that this would run about 75 gold if you were to sell this.
I pocket the chains for myself, and then I walk out with the silverware and say, "Hey guys, I found some fancy silverware."
Cool. Got some throwing knives, some butter knives.
Are you just hanging on to that to give it to him at the end?
Yes, Tillian. Exactly what I'm doing.
Okay. So I'm gonna go through this door on the bottom.
Safekeeping.
Which one? Can you ping it from
One. Hang on. Yep. I don't know how to ping.
No, that's cool. If you just hold yeah, there you go.
Yeah, hold it down.
That'll just alert me to where you're at because I'm looking at two different screens. So
Click and hold.
okay, so you want to go through that door that's directly in front of you.
Can you see my
south of you? Yes. So that's the door you want to kick open or you open up?
No, I don't want to kick it open. I just want to go.
It's too late. You did it.
I want to kind of like crack it and go through
okay.
it.
No, that's fine. Okay, so you can go ahead and sneak on in there.
Oh, nice.
This looks like there's some sort of a bedroom, maybe like a
Is there a baby in it?
Not so much a
where's
servant,
that baby?
but you do notice to the right as you walk in, there's a door with windows that you can see in, and there seems to be a crib directly to your to the left of your token.
This.
So where that door that you're standing right next to.
This way.
This one.
That correct, like where that ping, like right here.
Okay.
So that it looks like there's like a window through that door, and you can peer through it, and you see a crib in the room. It looks like there's some sort of nursery. So you would deduce that this is some sort of a like a nurse's station, nurse's.
So
room.
Obviously, and I don't mean to metagame here, but this I would assume is that something I would notice whatever's right there.
Interesting.
Perception check.
I wasn't supposed to notice it.
I knew it.
Well, it's weird because it just has it there, and it doesn't usually it hides it if there's something that's supposed to be like not noticeable. So why don't you do a perception check?
Okay.
And
It's alive.
Yeah.
Very different.
Be high so we don't have to do anything awkward. There we go.
So you see this like this visage of a woman standing in the corner, and she seems to be like rocking back and forth, kind of like she seems to be dressed as a nursemaid, and she's got like the little hat on, and
so
like she's carrying like she kind of seems like she's standing towards the corner, so you see her back, but you can tell that this is definitely not a.
I waved to Roz, like silently, like a come hither kind of thing, and like, and I point at it. I'm like, shrug my shoulders.
I can do a detect magic spell on it.
Nice.
Go for it.
See.
All right.
Right?
As what is everybody else doing? Well, this is happening. Tor and Tom, are you guys following in?
Yeah, we're gonna get in here. We're just waiting for the hallway to clear.
Okay, no problem. All right, just double checking.
Well, I don't know what Shanks is doing. I'm coming in though.
Okay. As you cast your detect magic, there's this kind of faint glow that begins to build and layer on top of this image of a woman, and as she turns, she's pretty it's a ghostly figure of a pretty young female who seems to have like this bundle in her hands, but the bundle also looks ghostly. And as the magic builds with your detect magic, you definitely recognize this as a specter. And the specter's face, as it realizes what is happening to it, drops its hands, dropping what was in its hands, and the face turns into this unearthly skull with light coming out of its eyes, very low pan like, and you are now in initiative as it moves its way towards you.
Great.
Oh, did it?
We gotta roll initiative again.
Oh, I'm sorry. Hold on, guys. Hold on. Be careful.
Sorry.
You're good.
I messed it
Sorry,
up anyway.
I messed up too. I forgot to put turn order up. So hold on.
Are me and Shanks even in the fight?
Anybody who's in the room is in the fight. Anybody who wants to be a part of the fight has to roll. And you need to roll initiative so you can tell me what you're going to do at that time. That's how we kind of keep track of that. So.
Yeah, boy. Rogue style. Y'all welcome. Boy, he's in the top.
For right now.
That Spectre ain't gonna roll no initiative.
19 though.
Oh, dang.
All right. So Tom is first, then Tillian, then Spectre. Okay, cool.
You can't see the Spectre yet, so that's kind of sucks.
Yeah, you don't know that it's there. You might have heard.
I would probably yell.
Yeah.
Spectre!
So by the way, speaking is a free action. It doesn't cost you anything. You can use it as part of your turn. If you want to communicate something simple, not a full long drawn out conversation or anything, but you can't, and you can only say something to them. They can't respond to you. So if there's something you want to call out, you want to call for help, you want to say something, that's free. That doesn't cost anything.
So call outs.
Yep. So, and yeah, you guys are in turn order. So Tom.
Yeah, I'll let you get in.
I'm gonna.
Okay,
here.
Well, I'll let you have that. So, like, Tom, as you walk in front of the Spectre within 5 feet, you take.
Dang it! Wasn't paying attention. Yeah, okay, that's fine.
Opportunity attack, unfortunately, as it is threatened, and it was moving forward as you walked in through. You kind of like got spooked. You took a turn to the left, and you said, "Oh, nope," and you walked right over towards the bed, but you were within reach. And because of that, it swipes at you, but it misses horribly.
Sweet.
Thank God.
Necrotic. That would have been no bueno.
So it didn't hit you, but like it swiped at you as you passed through it. So you got off easy. But it it's
Did I draw aggro that thing? Because that was kind of my.
I mean, you did,
kind of
but
plan.
You didn't deter it from its path. So now you did just move, so you still get an attack action.
I think I'm too far away though. I think I hit it with a crossbow bolt, but that's all I got.
Go for it.
I'm gonna hit it with a crossbow. Do I get a range disadvantage?
Nope, you're 10 feet away. So and actually you wouldn't because you have crossbow.
Expert. That's right, expert.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Doesn't hit though, does it?
That does not hit. But since you have crossbow expert, you don't have to worry about reload. So you can, if you have 2 attacks, you can use it as a second attack as well.
I can fire again?
That's how we're going to play that, yeah. Because
Thank
you
you,
have
sir.
crossbow expert.
Good.
Boom, yeah. So
That hits.
That one hits, goes right through, but it slows down as it makes contact.
Sneak attack on far more. Yep. He must be within 5 feet. Yeah, he's too far away.
Sneak attack is 5 feet. Yeah. Why don't you roll that hand crossbow damage for me?
Oh, sorry. Yes.
And click that. There you go. 6. So 6 damage. And as that arrow kind of passes through the end where the feathers are, kind of on the bolt, kind of like sticks, and it kind of falls down in the back. So it's kind of sticking out of the back of the Spectre. So it's almost like, yes, it's not solid, but it's not solid. Makes sense because you did damage to it. And then it's Tillian, your turn. You're up.
Did I draw aggro from it? Is it coming after me?
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't really work like that. It just depends on how.
Okay, I'm just curious how. Okay.
See what happens.
All right, just that. Didn't mean to metagame. Sorry.
No, you're fine. You're fine.
Just trying to figure out.
Tillian's going to move in and drop her shield and attack with both rapiers.
All right.
Let's see.
Boom.
Okay. Do you want me to roll the other one or for damage first?
You can, however you want to do it, but I mean.
Let's do damage. 6.
Cool.
Okay. Ew. Nope. Okay. And then that's it.
So,
6
okay.
damage.
So that rapier, we'll say it's your first one, was the one that missed. So you went for one, and it kind of like went right through it as it's kind of flickering in and out of its incorporeal like form, and the second one comes right in and stabs it right into the chest, and you feel it find purchase, but it's kind of like stabbing into goo, and you pull it out, and you sling some of the ectoplasm onto the floor.
Ah, goo. Okay, that's the end of my turn.
This scream.
Shut up.
Yeah, so then it is the Spectre's turn. Spectre takes a look at you, Tillian, and since you are the top of mind, we'll try to attack you since you're right next, within 5 feet.
Oh no.
Oh my god,
bitch.
Just again? Yes.
missed again. So it's so damaged. It's like hurt. It's like trying to reach out with that right hand side, which is where you stabbed the right pectoral muscle, or if it would have been a pectoral muscle, and you slopped just enough of the goo out for it to not be able to recoalesce it into itself, and it misses as it's trying to attack you, and that's its it moves to in the middle. As it's moving forward, that was its original thought, was to move towards the bed.
Does that count as a attack of opportunity?
No, because you're within 5 feet still. So
It still stayed within 5.
it still stayed with it, yeah.
Like rotated. Okay.
Mhm. So it's just a sidestep. So
Yep.
Ruskin, you're up.
Alright.
Oh yeah, get that poison spray. Within 10 feet, perfect. Okay. It's con save.
Poison boy over here.
That is a fail. Takes 8 damage. It like drops to its knees, and it puts its hands in the air, and it kind of cries out, "Walter!" But it is still alive.
Okay, I have my turn.
All right. Tor, your turn.
I'm going to gradually creep forward inside the room. Just get a little bit closer. I'm going to address this ethereal being, because I don't like it. I'm going to say...
Ah, yes, the Dragonborn tongue. Elegant.
So elegant.
Dexterity save, hold on. It fails.
Jesus.
And your sacred flame kind of creates this crown on the head, and it starts to burn its way into it, and it stays, but it is not quite dead, but it cries out in pain. Ah!
And I am done.
All right. King, your turn.
Okay. He's trying to smack it in the mouth.
All right. So you come up, jump off the bed. Give it what for? First one misses. Second one comes in and clocks it right in the face and knocks it down to the ground. Go ahead and roll that damage. How do you want to do this?
Again?
Oh.
Yeah. He's just coming to clean up crew.
This is my first time I've killed anything.
Oh, it was
Oh, that's
Tom
right.
left.
It was Tom earlier. Yeah. You guys just do all the heavy lifting, and then they just come to get the glory.
It's the bottom of the turn order, gets it all. The cleanup crew.
It's still on its knees crying.
No, it's now on the ground, so your kick has knocked its face
It's your bitch.
down.
Make it do whatever you want.
Whatever you
it
want to do.
Okay.
It's your
I'm
bitch.
gonna get up on the bed, do a
Okay.
graceful dismount,
Oh,
and I'm gonna like flying knee it right in the head.
on
Human
the-
excellence all the way.
There it is.
The
Cool.
most graceful finish.
Perfect. And the last thing that you hear is the words Walter as it dissipates into goo and then fizzles into nothing. And then also, you're a great example of physical evidence
That's right.
of human excellence.
Bow my head, prayer, just a little bit.
That was nice,
Move
King.
on.
Perhaps you should take a moment to go to the bathroom.
Did you drop any loot?
You do have goo all over you. Yeah, you got the
Aw.
ectoplasm on you. Anybody who's yeah,
You got a little something on your pants.
it's perfect.
We leave it.
It's fine. It's totally fine.
Wasn't Walter the name of the baby?
No, Walter was the name of.
It is the name of the baby.
I don't know. What was it?
I don't remember
The
what
name of the
baby was.
baby.
Give me a
It was,
history check.
it was flower themed.
I'll take Tor's
Give me a history check.
advice on this.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a history check. Anybody that wants to make a guess?
I'm -1. I'm not rolling.
I mean,
Nice,
you can.
Tor.
You still can.
I can
All
beat
you
that.
I have this.
I told you I could beat that.
Oh yeah.
There we
Tom,
go,
Tom
Clown.
coming in strong. Walter is what he says. Walter.
Walter?
And then as but you guys look at it.
Nobody remembers except Tom.
But Tom is looking directly at the door behind Tor Shanks, and it says Walter across the top.
That's not history. That's perception, bitch.
Well, yeah, it turned into perception, but his history check was Walter. But he was confident in it as he sees the name. You remember the name that was Walter, which is what the specter had cried out. You notice that you're in the nursery. This seemed to have been, through deduction, that this was the nursemaid of the child. Where the child is, you're not sure.
Tor, look at the door behind you.
That's just one moment. I'm getting my bearings. Yes. I would like to roll for perception so I could see.
I like how you're upside down on the screen.
That is how I see things.
Hold on.
To the door? No, I will wait.
I mean, you kind of just rolled a perception check without me needing it, but I will see what that gives you. Nothing. Just,
A whole lot of nothing.
hold on, I'm just making sure there's nothing I'm glossing over. There's certain things that this is a module, so I'm trying to be true to the module so you get the full experience. I could just glaze over some stuff, but I don't think that'd be fun. So you do see through the window there. You just see the crib, and there's a black shroud that's hanging over the crib, like hanging from the ceiling, kind of coming down and spreading out over the crib.
What do you see, Tor?
I see a crib. A dark, dark crib. Maybe a
see-
baby of Satan.
Probably not, but okay.
Have you seen a baby?
What were you saying?
Do you go through the door, or do you just look through the window?
I'm just looking through the window. Someone asked me to look.
Okay.
Pardon?
You go through the door, Tillian?
Yes, pardon me.
After you.
Okay. So open that up. Tillian goes into the room. You notice the black shroud as well. You notice to the left there's a stand to the left with a bowl full of berries, which seem to be okay. And then on the right you see like a changing station and things. This room looks a little cleaner. There are no markings, but then there is a little bit of dust, but it seems cleaner than the rest of the building. You also notice to your left there's like a balcony that could be reached from a little door.
Okay, so the balcony is out here?
Yes, correct.
Okay. And it can be reached from this other door that's over here, it
Yes,
looks like?
it looks like both of those, and there would have been a small window on all of these doors for you to be able to make that discerning.
Roz, come here.
Yes.
Is there anything off about this shroud over the baby's crib?
Let's remove the shroud and find out.
Remove the sign?
go-
Is that what you
The
said?
shroud.
I want to go out the balcony
sure.
Okay.
and look.
So you try to go out the double doors.
Mm,
So hold on.
Oh, do you made it detect magic spell?
Well, I don't... It just seems not quite right.
Let's see. I cast a detect magic spell on the shroud.
You cast detect magic and you don't see anything. There's nothing magical about the crib. And I'm gonna say that you kind of made the decision so that you don't burn through your spells, because you lose these, as you use them. You don't regain them until you sleep again. So I'm gonna say that you kind of discern that through, just maybe an investigation check using your knowledge of magic and the world.
Okay.
From the balcony, can I see the children?
You no longer see the children. You don't actually see the road either. All you see is thick fog running all the way up, and it's about. You see a couple of tops of houses in the distance, but any of the houses that would have been across the street or outside of the town, past the wall, you can't see anything around that area. Not like you can see behind you too much, but you can peer out a little bit, and that's what you see. The fog is about, I don't know, 1.5 feet away from the building, and it's almost like it's surrounding it. Not unlike what you had on the road.
And I may have missed this. Is the baby in there?
Do you look through the shroud?
Yes.
Okay. If you peer through the shroud, you do see a bundle that is kind of rolled up, swaddled in the center. It's not moving though.
So I'd like to see if it's alive and kind of start to check it over, make sure it's healthy and stuff like that.
So as you reach down and you grasp the small bundle, you pick it up and it's very light. And as you inspect it, you realize that you turn it over to what you would expect would be the baby's face, and there's nothing in it. It's like a blanket that's just been folded up to look like it, almost like someone was trying to mimic a child in the crib.
Where's this damn baby at?
Okay, so I don't know what to make of this, but we had a specter nursemaid and no baby.
I think everyone's dead.
It's
I
quite
think
possible.
I'm trying to go to the basement and fight more monsters.
That's where the loot's at.
I don't know if that's my
Did your therapist tell you that, or?
Yes, we definitely should go down to the basement though and see if we can find the parents.
I really don't think anybody's alive. I don't expect to find anyone.
I agree. I don't think it's having this.
But maybe the cause of the fog is here.
Does anybody do?
I do an investigation. I'm doing one in the whole entire room.
Any kind of is anybody trying to search for anything or do anything?
Yeah, I'm trying to search this cabinet and this all these fireplaces.
Perception check.
How valuable is that baby blanket?
It's not valuable at all.
Hey, you guys don't know till you talk. I gotta talk to my pawn guy.
Your fence.
Thank you, my fence.
Yeah.
I have one screen like a loser. Sorry, I'm just bummed out about that. Perception check, or was I doing investigation?
Perception checks. Anybody who's doing them. Okay. Tom.
Held it.
Be Strongwall. So Tor is kind of bumbling around the walls, feeling through things with the limited light that's coming through the windows, and kind of searching that wall that he's next to. Tom, you kind of follow behind him because you kind of don't trust his shaky hands, and you're a little bit more adept to finding disarming traps and things like that. And as you run your hands directly where Tor's at on the wall, you notice something at the corner of your eye up at the top, and it's like a little crease in the wallpaper.
Oh yeah.
And as you do that, you kind of peel back some of it and you reveal that there's like a latch underneath the wallpaper, and you open that up and you hear the creak of a very thin door, and it kind of reveals some stairs.
That's a great door.
Yes.
We go on.
You're welcome.
I shout down the hall, "Hey, monkeys! There's a trap door in here." Me and Shanks
Did
found.
you just call me?
So,
They're trying to pick a fight. Let's take these stairs. I'll take point.
okay.
I know you weren't trying to start a fight with me.
I was not.
So, okay. So, everybody,
King goes first. Everyone hold hands.
King, you're next. I'm gonna go ahead and place everybody as you come into it goes upstairs. Like it looks like this is what's heading to the attic, which you would have seen from before. Roskin, I'm gonna get you in there in just a second. Do you you come to another door?
Open it
and
check.
Let me double check, make sure there's no kind of like.
Can I check for booby traps?
Yeah, you can. Yeah, I can do a perception check there as well. If you like. You don't see anything. Oh, I'm sorry, I was looking at children. Yeah, you still pass. You don't see anything that would let you be alert to any kind of traps or anything like that. It just seems like it's standard. It was a hidden wall. This is the attic. This is where they put things that they, aren't going to use for a long time and they don't need. I will reveal that to you in a second. And Roskin, I'll get you up there in a second. There just wasn't enough room.
Do this iron key for the basement. It's up here with this
haven't run
loot.
into any locked doors just yet, so feel free to move you guys into the next room and place yourselves wherever you like. I'm gonna
check
get you
this
there,
door.
Roskin. Hold on.
I'm gonna check this room.
There you go. Which one? That one? Okay.
It's a door right in front of me, right?
Mm-hmm. It's so you come up the stairs into this small room. There's a few doors. There's a few entryways. One looks like you're not sure from like looking at the house when you were outside where they would go or how they would kind of line up with anything. But who wants to open what doors?
I want to open this one.
Okay. So
I'm going through this one.
Okay. Which one? You have two next to you, King.
This one.
Okay. So, King, you just double checking, making sure there's no. Yeah. So, King, you kind of kick open your door in typical monk fashion. As you walk in,
Right.
you see a bunch of old furniture that's covered up. There's a lot of like old desks and drawers and things that are very old. And they've got drapes over them. It's kind of like they've been put into storage. There is a wood stove that connects to a chimney, but it doesn't seem to have been used. You can do a perception check in here if you'd like. Meanwhile,
is this a door down here? What is this?
Let me double check. That's a window, actually.
Oh, okay.
So it has drapes over it like all the other windows. You can open it if you'd like.
Yeah, I'll just let the light in.
As you're kind of coming through, and your torch is kind of has all the dust kind of billowing around you, so it's very thick. It's hard to breathe. It's kind of choking you out as you take steps in here because there's just so much dust. And it kind of is how the entire attic is, but in this room especially.
Okay.
Did you were at a door as well?
Yes.
Okay, you trying to get in? Are you going to try to open that one?
Yep.
Okay. So you open that door, also unlocked. It kind of opens up into some sort of a servant's quarters. There's a single bed, and there's some miscellaneous items. There's like a dresser and a desk, a little area for them to eat and read and write. There's a candle on that's been used in the past. It's again dusty. There's another iron stove. I'm sorry, a wood stove to the opposite side of the room that you walk into, and there are two windows as well. Okay. Covered in drapes.
Would you prefer perception or inspection to look or investigation or perception?
Do an investigation roll. You don't find anything of note. You notice that the bed has straw that's very old. It looks like this room hasn't been used in a long time.
Okay.
Things are decrepit. Now, Tom. You go to open the door? Yes.
Set of hands now.
Okay, so you try to open the door, and at first you jiggle it, and it's definitely locked. There's a force that's pushing against you whenever you try to. It's not like any of the other doors, obviously. It's not an easy turn. You would recognize this as a locked door.
I have an iron key. I want to try that.
Yeah, absolutely. Give it
Work?
You give it a try, and as you turn it, it actually unlocks the door.
Come get it.
And you
That's how
are
rogues
able
do
to
it.
walk in, and what you're greeted to
Oh, is that bones?
is
I
that.
think I found everybody.
All right, hold on.
I yelled back down the hall. I think I found something.
So yeah, you guys hear this information that Tom is saying.
Coming to look.
So the room contains a bricked up window, flanked by two dusty wooden framed beds that look like they're sized for children. Next to the door, there's a toy chest, and there's little windmills painted on its sides, and a dollhouse that's a perfect replica of the jury edifice in which you stand. So it's a copy of this building.
Oops. What's with the stuff in the middle of the room?
The furnishings
What's that?
are draped. Let me finish.
Sorry, my bad. Sorry,
It's okay.
my bad.
Furnishings are
Yeah,
draped in cobwebs, so it's also very dusty and lying in the middle.
He's burying the lead. It's okay.
Yeah,
I know. I realize that now.
lying in the middle of the floor are two small skeletons wearing tattered but familiar clothing.
And there it is.
Smaller of the two cradles, and in the smaller of the two cradles, a stuffed doll that you also recognize.
Oh dang!
The same one that the little girl was holding outside.
You would
Yes.
recognize this as the two children.
Street check.
Nice.
All right, well, guys, this house is haunted, and I think we should jump out of the windows, down 4 stories, and move on. This is not what we came for. We
Well,
came
What
to
about all
this
the
town.
loot?
We came to help them. It doesn't
got
mean-
loot.
it just because they're no longer alive doesn't mean we can't help them.
It's a pretty good thing we can't. I'm just saying.
Okay.
Um,
Give them food and water because it would pass right through them.
True. True. You're very astute, Tor. So I'll look and see if there's anything in the toy chests, anything written on them, anything of
Okay.
note.
Yeah, anybody who wants to do that,
Yeah,
perception
we
check.
ransacked the child's torture room.
Ooh, Tillian.
I striked out hardcore on that. Dang
Yeah.
it.
In the room I was in, Tom, there's some chests with drawers and furniture and stuff you can rummage around if you feel like it.
You sir, I will take my leave. I hate dead bodies. Out of here.
All right, hold
The
on.
token moves so fast on my screen.
It's like, whoop. So
Someone say loot. Did someone say loot?
Tillian, before you don't move your tokens anymore, because
Okay.
Tillian found something. So,
Back.
Tillian,
Oh.
you're kind of rummaging through the toy box, and then you kind of notice, like, looking over at the played dollhouse. That's a carbon copy of this house. It seems all it looks a little too close. You recognize it as the actual house, and you notice that the ceiling, it has a hinge on it, so you can remove it, and you open that up as you're looking through all of the belongings.
Oh God, the roof came off the house.
Yeah, so like it's like a dollhouse, so you can look in there, and you see some areas that look to be hollow walls, and one of them seems to be very close to where you're at right now.
Okay.
But as you do that,
No way.
the door slams shut. And
Until the intro in here?
as you turn around, you see the ghosts of Rose and Thorn again.
Rose and Thorn.
Rose, Thorn.
What are you doing in our room?
We were looking for your little brother. And we happened to come across this room.
What do you mean, our little brother? He's with our parents.
The
Yes.
basement.
But I thought you said he was upstairs.
Oh. Well, I did it again.
Did what
Did
again?
What again?
How many times is it, Thorn? He shrugs his shoulders. He runs over to grab his stuffed animal that kind of like rips apart as he picks it up. Very old.
What's
I don't know
wrong?
about
We're so hungry. We're so
hungry.
When was the last time that you ate?
Food.
I can't count that high.
Oh.
I can't with this right now.
Are you?
Can't.
Are you?
Get out of here. These.
The door's
you
the door's shut.
So we're all locked out.
Have you
Who's
ever?
in there right now?
It's Tillian and Tom.
Have you
Okay.
ever left this room?
Our parents put us here to protect us, but they never came back. They forgot about us.
And are you able to leave this room?
We'd like to. Would you like to help us?
Sure. I think I noticed something when I was looking at the dollhouse. It looked like there might be another room.
Yeah, there's a you have to kill the monster in the basement. It's the only way, but
Okay.
don't leave.
Well, okay. So we're all the way up here, and the monster's in the basement.
Yeah.
So
And she points. She like goes over to her little dollhouse and she points to this area right here on the doll. As you're looking down, it's something that's near where King is at. That seems to be some sort of a hollow wall of some sort.
Okay.
Can you guys see that?
I don't know where.
No.
I don't know where King is.
Oh, I see.
In that area.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I know you're in like
Okay.
a different room.
If I knew
So-
what was happening, I would kick it down. But I don't know what's happening.
Yeah, but only Tom and Tillian see that.
Yeah.
So, the rest of our group is just outside this room.
No,
Is there a way to rejoin them?
I mean, they're outside, right?
Yeah.
Well, we don't want to be left alone, and we can't leave the room.
Okay. Am I able to leave the room?
You can certainly try.
Okay.
Man.
So, I'll check the door.
As
See
you
what's keeping it closed.
go to check the door, Thorn, he kind of moves next to you and kind of goes to reach for your leg to like because he's scared, he grabs onto you, and as he does, he kind of moves through you, and you
Gross.
start to feel this odd sensation in your body as Rose turns to Tom and says, "Do you want to play with me?"
I
And she moves towards Tom.
shrink back and go, no, thank you.
As this happens, I need both of you to make intimidation checks.
Yeah, boy. Ready to get intimidated because I got mad intimidated. Did it. It's crazy. I rolled crap. It's terrible.
Okay, so
I literally rolled both ends of the spectrum. I rolled a
nice.
nat 20
You
and a nat
did
1.
the best ever. But both of you passed with flying colors. So what happens is you both kind of yell, and everybody can hear this. It's audible. Maybe you kind of yell at them. No, back off! What are we doing? Because you can feel them trying to take hold of your body and your mind.
Mhm.
And your intimidation check is so strong that it actually like forces them back as ghosts into the wall, and the door unlocks, and you guys can run out if you like.
Yes, I sprint full speed.
Okay.
I
And
kind of
you-
hang for a second.
You hang? Okay.
I hang for a second. Rose, Thorn.
From
Rose comes up to you and tries to grab onto you again. Yeah, I need you to make another charisma saving throw.
Okay. So
And
she's
intimidation check.
has her attitude changed?
Yeah, they seem very scared. They're scared of being alone, and this is their reaction in the undead form
Okay.
that they've taken.
And does it appear like I can no longer talk to her?
Yeah,
Like,
she's got like a crazy look in her eyes, like she's
Crazy
looking
look
through
in
you.
her eyes. Okay, that's what I wanted to know.
Mhm.
Okay, charisma?
Yeah, do intimidation.
Oh, intimidation.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's not good.
Okay, so Rose comes to grab you as you leave the room, but she's able to grab your elbow, and it kind of like you feel this grip inside of your body, and you hear these whispers inside of your mind, and you hear her voice that says, "I'm in charge. No one can tell me what to do." And you're able to leave, and both of them disappear. As you leave, you have this feeling like, yeah, I am in charge. No one can tell me what to do. And you get angry when someone tells you what to do.
Okay. How long does that last? Or you'll tell me when it wears off?
I guess we'll find out.
Okay. That's fine.
Oh man.
Yeah, but you still have the knowledge of where that door is, and the door shuts again, and it slams shut, and you hear a lock.
So, and I explained to the rest of the group what just happened so that they understand. And then I suggest that perhaps we go. Sorry. Perhaps we should go down the secret passageway and check that out.
Can I make a suggestion?
Sure.
The group, if possible, can we camp out and get a day to rest? Because went through 2 battles and then almost got possessed. We should probably recoup.
I think the only one that's even remotely not at 100% is me, and I'm okay to move forward.
Short some spells too, though. 1 healing spell between 5 of us.
How do you know that?
I don't. Well, I know.
Oh.
I know Roskin used one earlier. I know Shanks has one from when we fought. No, they each have a healing spell.
That's up to them to be comfortable with or not, though. That's what I'm saying. Like, you keep track over here.
Do you keep track?
You got a notebook?
As a rogue, yeah, I do have a note, actually.
I'm just teasing you. I'm just giving you a hard time.
I know. I know. Just want everybody to know I'm paying attention. This is just a suggestion. I feel like I understand, Tillian, you want to keep it moving. But I just feel like that was a close call 2 times now. That actor and with that just little freaks in that room. Not into ghosts and dead bodies. But if we want to keep moving, we keep moving. I'm just suggesting a rest.
I'm okay.
Anybody else?
I don't care either way.
I say we carry on.
No, let's keep moving.
Solo dolo.
You missed the last words. Let's keep going.
I don't think we should linger longer than we have to here.
There's a secret passageway. I'll kick it down.
So it's, I don't know if you guys can see that. I'm on the right. Oh, because I'm on my layer. Hold on. Right there. That's the direction you would go.
Where?
Where King's going.
Okay. Following.
Into this room?
Yeah, inside of that room. So
Okay.
you, yes, good, excellent role play.
It
is super
it's dusty.
dusty. You are
Dusty
choking.
in
So bad. You guys.
It smells like Tor was in here for a long time.
As you're walking around, you like bump into this chest on the ground, and you notice that it kind of flings open, and there's like some blankets inside that are kind of have like parts jutting out of it, but that are stiff. I mean, you're not sure what it is.
Yeah, they're stiff.
What kind of parts are? Kind of parts are they?
Tell you what, it's not
Stiff
awesome.
ones.
Where's the chest at? Can you ping it?
Directly
William.
next to you. It's just next to you. It's in the room. Like,
Okay.
I'm just saying,
Okay.
you would have bumped into it.
Check. We check it. Let's check it.
Go ahead, Tom.
Perception or investigation? What am I doing? Sleight of hand. Sleight of hand.
Just
Oh.
investigation rolls fine.
He said,
Ah.
"Oh."
So we can do my slide. I didn't use sleight of hand at all. At once. I'm like, man, best skill of sleight of hand. And I haven't used it 1 time. Investigation.
Welcome to being a rogue. You have all the skills and you never get to use them.
Yeah. Like,
I'm gonna say you have. I'm gonna put an icon on you. That one right there.
oh.
Scarier than it looks. It's just you being kind of having Rose, so I don't forget about it.
Yep.
Cool. So yeah, 23 perception. You guys are. Roskin kind of like goes over there and pokes around in it, and he reveals. He reaches in and pulls it out the stiffened mass and like throws it onto the ground, and you hear these bones just like shatter, and you see like the cap of a nursemaid like roll out from underneath the blanket as bones start to kind of splay out into the floor, and you recognize this as what could be, yes, what could be the nursemaid.
Dude, we already killed her already.
Yeah,
Well,
yes, yeah, you killed her downstairs. Yeah, the specter. Yeah, you killed her. Her form that is in this. That's
the actual
this house.
body.
Yeah,
she got plugged into a chest. This place is awful.
Yeah,
bones and
it's not good.
Bodies.
What kind of monster kills things and then tucks them away?
It's weird.
I don't know. If only there was a letter or something to explain.
Oh my god, the letter that we didn't want to read earlier.
Yeah.
Can we open the letter, please?
Would be a good time for me to read this letter.
So maybe.
I mean, we're not in danger. You've had your experience with the children.
Okay.
Wait. Tillian, do you want him to read the letter?
I suppose it'll make him happy.
Okay, good. No problems. So Tor, do you want to read this?
Wait. Hang on. Wait. Rephrase how you said that, Tor.
No,
or not rephrase it, but
tell
me again how you said it. Because you're right.
I'm going to read this letter.
Oh, are you asking me?
No, I'm announcing out loud in a room filled with people.
No, you will not tell me what to do.
I won't.
You plug your ears, throw a little fit, and you don't want to hear it.
Okay, so I don't listen to the letter.
Today.
Not today, Satan.
Tor, everyone's gonna be able to see this, but you can read it out loud. Show to everyone. There you go.
I'm going to channel the historical being of. So
that's why I didn't want to listen to the letter.
Character, you be quiet. My most pathetic servant. I am not a messiah sent to you by the dark powers of this land. I have not come to lead you on a path to immortality. However many souls you have bled on your hidden altar, however many visitors you have tortured in your dungeon, know that you are not the ones who brought me to this beautiful land. You are but worms writhing in my earth. You say that you are cursed, your fortune spent. You abandoned love for madness, took solace in the bosom of another woman, and sired a stillborn son. Cursed by darkness? Oh, that I have no doubt. Save you from your wretchedness? I think not. I much prefer you as you are. Your dreaded Lord and Master, Strahd Van Zarovich.
Excellent.
Well done. Take inspiration if you don't have it already.
Yeah.
So you gather from the letter.
Are you done, Tor?
I'm finished.
You guys gather from the letter that
Walter, I don't think was part of the crew.
Correct. Accurate. 100%.
I need to do Tor to do some readings of some audiobooks.
So you gather that the child was a stillborn and he was never alive to begin with. He's maybe not something that you need to worry about in the house. And there's somebody named Strahd Von Zarovich, which you're not 100% sure what that means, but obviously he has some sort of tie with the people who lived here and the person.
History check.
Yeah. So now maybe that picture where the family was together and the woman seemed like she didn't want to be there kind of makes sense on that portrait.
Yep. It only does now.
Yep. You guys want to go to the secret door? It is over here. Or whatever you guys want to do.
Yes.
Hit the secret door.
Okay. The secret door creaks open, and you see this very small 5x5 spiral staircase that goes down all the way, the length, the height of the building, and even then some.
To the basement.
As you're getting closer and closer, further down, you start to feel a draft. You smell the decaying earth, and you have a sense of dread about you. As you come upon a dusty dungeon-style basement that is where they potentially have the monster. And you begin to hear chanting in the far-off distance. And that's where we're going to end it.
Oh.